Mary Yacklich running into the house. Somebody must have drove up.
That'll work now.
Can we check it, though? Yeah, here. There's Mother Bernadine coming out and putting her shoes on. Off comes the dirty apron. Somebody's in the yard. There's Mary hiding behind the broom. There's Frank. Well, it looks like it's Donna and Paul Krebs come to see us.
Now, you'll have to talk from there on.
Later. That's Paul's new car. He's got to show it off. That's Paul's new car. This is detergent on the river in Illinois. Downtown Dixon. Came from the Dixon State River. School. The Dixon State School had some detergent and dumped it into the sewer line, and it got into the river and foamed up. Environmental control really sued them, I guess, and it never happened again. The foam was so high that it touched the bridge as it went under the bridge. There ought to have been some clean fish in that river, with all that soap suds. It almost looks like Alaska Glacier. Oh, there's the Krebs children playing on the ice over in Aldina.
Who's them kids there?
That's the Krebs children. They're playing on the ice. That's This is on the Yacklich farm. Looks like they're putting up alfalfa silage. That's Frank. Running the blowing wagon, putting it up in the harvester. There's Frank. He's leveling it off as it goes into the silo. There's Big Frank and Little Frank. It looks like Ricky. I don't know what he's doing there. They're out in the field blowing it.
With the old Mini U.
With the old Mini U and the Fox chopper, I believe. And Frankie, he's driving. No, that's Robert. Bob driving the tractor. Frankie's riding on the fender. Looks like they're hard at work.
It's your Amboy picnic, Bert, I think.
That's Sis Donna. That's Donna and some of her children walking up to a family picnic. There's Jenny. Vanna. Jenny and Vanna. And there's Donna and her family. Paul, he's probably taking the picture.
And ugly.
Hey, Pat.
Eldina School.
This is the Aldina School. It's in Donna's backyard.
Then you can say you're hungry.
Kids are playing at recess.
They're getting ready to come out west.
Looks like they're on their trip heading west out to see the Yacklich family out in Port Orchard, Washington. Looks like they're parked along the road somewhere, resting and eating again. Yeah. They're traveling through the country, taking pictures out the window.
Buffalo herd, Vern,
That's-
in Yellowstone.
That's buffalo, probably entering into Yellowstone National Park. This is 1961 in August. That's some more buffalo.
Mark, yeah.
That's some little buffalo calves. Iron Creek Tunnel. Tunnels go right through the mountains.
Yeah.
It had to be about 61, bro.
Yeah.
That Chevy looked brand new.
This is rock formation. You'll find trees growing right out of the rocks. See the tree there growing out of a rock?
See that tornado? Why you gotta say all that?
What year is that, hon?
59 Ford.
59 Ford, hon, Mom.
59 Ford.
Ford, and, can't see that car. That's a jackass.
There's a donkey. He must have been up in the mountains there somewhere.
Did you tell your dad what Frank said to you, hon?
No, I'm gonna.
Firing all the melters and hiring new
Starting
ones.
to do it. That didn't bother me. I thought they ought to do that, but they're doing this.
God.
I said, Wilkie said he thought maybe you have to do that. Oh, that's the truth. Wilkie did say that the other day. No, there's no doubt about that.
He
I
goes,
just laughed.
he goes
when
to
I
Mark.
told him, I
He goes
said,
to
"You know
Mark.
what? That's what we ought to do, probably. Start all over.
He goes to Mark. Well, Mark, I ought to see about new fires.
Oh, he didn't say.
We'll talk
That's
about
what Mark
it.
said.
No, that's not what he said. He said he heard that there was some gonna be fired. He was one of them. That's what he said.
And Mark said, I ought to throw you off this deck.
You get things screwed around with it.
That's what Mark told me.
That's what you heard. Don't think he said that.
Knowing Frank, he could have.
Where do you find a copy of this, Mom?
There's a truck down there in 1940.
Mm.
I know. That's a
That's
kind of
pretty
snuggle
bad.
wagon. One of them kind of snuggle wagons that have two of them.
Oh, there's Donna. You're hanging on to her kid so they don't fall over the side.
What year is that, Mom?
About a 56.
There's Paul Krebs.
That's the guy that's taking the motor.
And that's
Oh, okay.
that's the one that takes the pictures.
You know, that car was about 6 years old then. Maybe. Some brave souls go out there back. Or like Frank did come across there with.
When Mom and Dad came across, it was really brave.
There's a mountain stream coming down.
Back then, they didn't have interstate.
Seen a lot of stuff.
It really comes down those mountains. Really rushing.
They're supposed to be a pretty car.
Did I say 47?
That's what you said.
40. It was 47.
Oh, it was a 40? What year was it?
1940.
But what year was it?
This is a big dam out in the west.
I could tell that you said, wait a minute.
Dad, do you realize if you kept all those cars, you'd be a millionaire because you could sell them, you know? It's antiques.
That's the liner.
Pat, you know what my first car was?
I didn't want to know.
34 Ford was my first car.
Oh, come on now. You're kidding me, of course. Yeah.
There's Donna and her family. Buffalo Bill Dam.
1951 Studebaker.
There's a bear. He stands along the roadside wanting a handout.
I'll tell you one thing, I ain't putting my hand out there for the suckers.
There's one up in a tree. This is the geysers in Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah, they say that any of them you think's friendly.
This is
Too many people-
sulfur, hot sulfur, and it really smells.
too many fools, but I like Yellowstone. You like Yellowstone? Beautiful. Other than the smell of it's a beautiful place.
So-
Pictures of Mount Rushmore.
You know the trouble
This is the geyser there in Yellowstone National Park.
It's just like when I'm
It
up
shoots
there,
way up in the air at times.
You're out there and you can see all this beauty, but you can only get so much in the picture. You know, it's all around you, and you can only get
Dad, he's a shithead. Just, that's on tape, you know.
Put her on tape, that's it.
Jerry Earls, who are we talking about?
I might take that one.
Yeah, maybe.
This guy sure is green and yellow, and the smoke from it is, and it's really
All year.
smelly.
Mine's just bowling one, too.
That's why I have to
Gary,
do
I went out there in 1939, freight train.
On a freight train, how
In-
long did it take?
Mark, don't listen to my dad. Just don't listen to him.
The water here is just boiling all the time. That's still the geyser going there.
Who was that?
It was A.
Should I try to get it hooked up? Huh?
Now, that's probably Old Faithful, that last one, but don't say that.
But Dad's gonna have to come over there pretty soon because Mom's.
Uh-oh. This must be the Morning Glory pool. It's probably hot water. So,
That's what Mom said. We need a longer microphone.
so this is still Yellowstone National Park.
Wore up.
They're gonna get to Washington here pretty soon. Or Illinois. Washington.
This is probably leaving the Yellowstone National Park.
There's Donna, cooking again. Looks like bacon for breakfast. This is fun. This is probably Summit Pass. This is probably in Cascades, coming in from western Washington to eastern Washington. There they're on the ferry, coming across the Puget Sound. There they're on our farm. There's my old milk house. There's old Ed's barn. Logs and shakes. There's some of my cows. That's me walking out there, with my old boots on. That's Kyle chasing one of the cows. That's a little heifer. The little heifer calves. These are heifers that are out in the pasture. This is the Bremerton shipyards. That's a battleship. It's the Bremerton shipyards. Now we're at Glenn's. This is possibly Lake Washington. Looks like they're getting ready to go out fishing. That's Betty and Donna. I guess they caught some fish. That looks like a nice bass. Glenn and Betty. This is out on our farm. That's that new addition we added onto the house. And that's all the kids lining up. Looks like Betty's kids and Donna's kids. And our kids. So that's quite a bunch. That Patch, he's always messing around. Look at Mike down there. He's down there going to get in trouble, I suppose. This is out on the pasture where my milk cows are. Always got the nice furs for the background. There's a cabin that was on that first 10 acres that we bought. There's one of my Holsteins, another one. There shows my pole barn. And in the back there's the bunker silo. There's another old cabin. There's my sprinklers in the background. We had to irrigate in the summertime, although we got all the winter and the rain in the wintertime. That looks like Bob going out to get the cows. Yeah, that's Bob. There's Frank and Bob. They're getting the cows. Kyle.
I think that one's kind of short. The big fat one.
There's the old log building over on Hall's place. There's the cows. Bobby watching the cows. There's my little old Oliver crawler. A little one single bottom 18-inch plow. There's a newborn calf.
One thing never changes,
There comes the mama. This is walking from the house down the hill toward the creek goes under the road there, and probably walking towards the house. That's Donna. That's Mother. There she is. And see, look at that good-looking gal.
There's my garden down at Giggle.
That's some of the garden. In the old garage. Cows down the pasture.
Yeah, you don't see Guernseys looking like that, don't you?
There we are. There's Betty with her little kids.
That one's David, I think.
Oh no, hey, that's all of us. That was you.
That's all of us.
Yeah. Now this is all of us.
Yeah, there's David on the end.
There's Glenn and Betty and
We only got the one shot at him.
their boy.
Yeah, I'm a dark pudgy one.
There's my garden behind them, too. My corn.
Mhm.
Right there behind them.
Well, some sweet corn back there. Can you beat that in Washington? There they go. They're all waving goodbye to somebody. I don't know what Pat's trying to do, but it looks like she's shading her eyes. And there's Mike. He's always grinning down there.
Goes like this, so we're coming.
Come on, Frank. Let's get going there. There's Donna, Glenn, and Mother.
And my mom acts like my Aunt Donna most of the time. A little bit crazy.
There's the kids playing in the water. I think this was out at Lake Washington.
I'm going to get on the table and take my clothes off. You know, I can't wait.
There's Donna in the water.
Just show it to her.
Your sister?
Yeah, my sister Donna.
Oh, your sister, though.
She reminds me a lot of you, your mother, and your sister Donna. I don't claim that. I am like that, but I don't claim it.
Oh, boy, that's Greg. That's Glenn's boy on water skis.
He is, you know, he's either my age or a little bit older. I used to call him Gravy. I was, because I couldn't talk. I couldn't say gravy. So I called him Gravy, short.
Now, that's Betty and Glenn on water skis.
Has to be in first or second grade.
But they only had enough keys for one person, so each had to take one.
Oh, is that what they got, just one apiece?
It's fun.
That's slalom. That's called slalom. Okay, come on, Doug. What is it?
Slalom ski.
Slalom.
They're the hot starter too.
Looks like they just got one water ski apiece.
I like that. I can probably do that one. Hey, barefoot is Provincetown, right?
Yeah, put them
Barefoot.
on a pair of trick skis.
Whoa. Barefoot is a big problem. You hit a log, your foot goes, okay, I have no feet. You know?
I can start backwards on trick skis.
Really?
Yeah, I'll do your thing.
Frontwards, you cannot do it, but backwards. That was my ready song.
This is Glenn's house up in the northern part of Seattle.
Twin fours. Yep, 55 acres. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
There's Donna's. You come talk about reindeer. I can't see. Looks like a big crane, possibly at the shipyards. Now this is going into Mount Rainier, so I'll let Mother talk for a while.
This is going up to Mount Rainier. They're on the Don and Paul are on their way back to Illinois.
Oh, something else.
They had fallout.
Well, they say it affected the geysers at the Yellowstone.
That's what
They read
This is in August up in Mount Rainier. Now you can go up there with sunsuits on and take and bury your watermelon or your beer right in the snow, and you can be just as hot as you can be, and you can have cold drinks, and it's really something.
Yeah, I think Colorado is in there. I mean, you can.
Yeah, we was up in the mountain.
Looks like a storm cloud coming up.
Playing on the side of the mountain and throwing snowballs at each other. Remember that night?
You can travel to pretty far up Mount Rainier. And then there's a big lodge up on top, and you can take a lot of pictures from there.
That's pretty. Look at all that
There's Mount Rainier in the background, so they're still on their way up.
Big mountain.
Looks like Donna and her kids playing in the snow there. And they're still going up. That's a mountain stream going down there.
Understand why.
That's a canyon right there. And a stream going down the mountainside. That's the top of Mount Rainier there.
And did you own did you have quite a bit of ground out there?
Probably about 75 acres that I own.
But how much do you have to clear it? I mean,
I don't have that much clear, but I rent it.
You rent some down there.
You know, it's timber, always timber, always trees.
That's the water coming down the mountainsides there. There's a waterfall.
I do remember.
How many cows was you up there?
When we sold out, we had 60 cows and 35 heifers. It'd be too bad, huh?
Still going up. When you get up to the top there, there's always fog around the top of the mountain. There's some deer or something drinking in some water down there. So here's the water coming down the mountainside.
So you sold all your cows up there and you rebought them from up here?
Bought the same herd.
Oh, there's a herd on it?
Yeah, the guy had all these great big swamp you know, on the background, the cows.
There's Donna cooking another meal. This mountain air makes you hungry.